Hello everyone and welcome to another video, Doc 47. In this video series I look at the ship visualizations through the customization tailor, and I look at the different shield visual effects that get applied to a ship. If you haven't seen the cinematic featuring this ship, I'll have a link down in the description below for you to go check out. It will not be the waste of 2 minutes of your YouTube time. I really did enjoy making it, and I've had a lot of positive feedback on that video. But let's move on to the specs. I'm not going to get too crazy into the specs because I covered this in the Narada video just before this, so if you I'll quickly go through it, but if you want quicker detail, check out that video, and I talk about it a little bit more. But the T5 mastery is the same. History will remember. You get 1 stack of every foe that attacks you, maximum 30. You get plus 1% all damage and plus 1% hull gen. Increase maximum hull by 1% and 10% threat gen. And then you get a universal console that can be put onto any ship, which does some stuff to your foe and does some stuff to you. Pretty much makes their weapons fire slower and their ability cooldown slower, and makes your weapon firing faster and your cooldown faster. Overall, this ship is a 4-4, and it is a Vor'ral Support Battlecruiser. But let's go take a look at the ship tailor and see what different options are available to us. Alright, so here we are in the ship tailor. We got the Vor'ral up, and the other template that is available is the Vorcha. So big change from the Vorcha to the Vor'ral. Me personally, I really actually do like the Vor'ral design a lot. It looks amazing. But let's take a look at the different materials available to us. So type 0. It doesn't look like we're going to get to look at the underside of the ship too much, so we're going to focus on the top here. So nice, looks like a weathered green on the hull, which actually looks really cool. Type 1, get a weathered gray. I feel like I'm going to be using the word weathered a lot here. Type 2, Type 3. I love the Type 3. This skin, or this material rather, really came out in one shot in the Fresh Out of Space Dock video, and I'm just like, wow, it's just like so good. In some systems you don't really notice this, but when you get to other systems that have much better lighting, it really, especially depending on where you put the camera, it really pops. And I noticed that, and this is probably so far one of my favorite materials. But let's take a look at the others. Here's the Type 4. Kind of cool. I don't think I would rock it. I think if I did use this skin, I'd have to name the ship like the IKS Zebra or Zedebra or something like that. Who knows? The upgrade skin, not bad. And the veteran skin. Yeah, out of all the skins, I'm going to have to say that Type 3 is my favorite. Yeah, definitely is my favorite. Let me know down in the comment section below which material type was your favorite. And then we're going to take a look real quick here at the different styles in the advanced options. So let's switch. So right now the hull is Vor'ral. If we switch it to Vorcha, it really flattens out that back, but it's kind of got that new school meets old school look. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what I'm feeling here, and I kind of like it. But at the same time, I like the Vor'rals because there's more. I've mentioned this in the other video before. It's got that more swooped back look and more detail. But at the same time, the Vorcha actually doesn't look that bad either. Alright, so we're going to switch to saucer. So again, new school meets old school. definitely nothing wrong with this design at all. Me personally, I would leave it on Vor'ral, but I can see why some people would go Vorcha. There is no bad option here, in my opinion. Taking a look at the nacelles. The nacelles kind of stand out too much for me. I think if you go and switch the nacelles to the Vorcha, you have to go and change the hull to Vorcha as well. But yeah, the nacelles, that's one thing I don't like. But again, this is all subjective. Mission pod, which is at the top there. It doesn't stand out of place. It actually kind of suits the ship. Let's go back and forth. So Vorcha, Vor'ral. Oops. I would still have to go to Vor'ral, me personally, but the Vorcha does not look out of place at all. No losers there. And the last thing is the neck. So we got the Vor'ral neck on there right now. Yeah, the Vorcha neck I think is a little bit too short. Yeah, me personally, I'm gonna have to stick with the Vor'ral. But again, I'd like to hear what your opinions are. Feel free to leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought looked good, what didn't look good, and yeah, let's move to the shield visual portion of this video. Alright, so here we are in the Solanae Dyson Sphere. If you've never watched one of these videos before and you're wondering why I picked this area, this is an area that was suggested to me by a viewer when I first started this Doc 47 series. And overall, it just has the best lighting to really be able to show off the different shield visual effects. So here it is, stock, out of the box. Yeah, see, when you're in Chrono Space, you don't really notice these visuals. And if you've seen the Fresh Out of Space Doc video, you'll notice that there was just a kind of an overall red look to the ship. And it wasn't until I picked a different system to go take the ship through for some cinematic flybys where I really noticed all the details in the wings. So this is why I do Fresh Out of Space Doc videos and these videos, so you could really take a look at the details that the developers have put into these ships. But let's just go ahead and jump into the different shield views. So I just forgot to get a shield, so I had to fly back to Drazona before I start the thing. And this is what I'm talking about. In some systems, because of the lighting, like this looks completely different than what we saw on the Solanae Dyson Sphere. Yeah, it's, if you get a ship and you really want to take a look at the small details in that, make sure you take a visit to Solanae Dyson Sphere and just really get up close and personal with the ship and take a look at the details, because the developers do put a lot of work into this, and sometimes the lighting just doesn't reflect that. Like for example, here it just kind of looks like one color that has different darknesses to it, right? Whereas you just saw in the Solanae Dyson Sphere, there is like maybe 2 or 3 different distinct colors on this hull. But yeah, let's I'm just gonna jump back to the Solanae now. All right, starting off with the latest shield that came out is the Gamma Rep shield. The Aegis shield array. Again, I love the Tron look to it. The Omega shield array. The Klingon Honor Guard shield array. This is the adapted one. I don't think there's a difference between the regular and the adapted. But this is the equivalent to the Mako shield array on the Federation side. The Delta Alliance shield array. The Nakura shield array. The Riemann shield array. Again, this is in lighting 2.0, so it looks more chromy. If you're in lighting 1.0, it's going to look darker, and this green part here, the green honeycomb effect, stands out a lot more. The Iconian shield array. The Romulan shield array. This one also has a bit of a Tron feeling to it. The Dyson shield array. This one looks really good with the Dyson shields. The Counter Command shield array also looks good on this ship. The Temporal shield array. Again, this is one of those ships where, in my opinion, it just does not suit the ship. I mean, unless it's a Klingon captain who likes Skittles, then okay. Prevailing Inverted Resilient Shield Array. And this one is from the competition, or competitive reputation. I just want to point out that the top of these nacelles now, these lights here, the orange, look like turn signals. That's just what stuck out to me. I'm sorry. The Terran Task Force shield array. This looks really good. And the last shield visual that I have available to me is the Borg shield array. And let's take a look at it with the 3-piece Borg set. So there's the deflector there up front. And the engines in the back. So it looks like on here, so I know on Federation ships it has this that goes over the impulse engines, but then it also has the piece, oh, you know what, there it is. This is going to be really hard to zoom in on, but right there, I was looking for that piece. That looks out of place. I was expecting it to go like over top this outer edge here, but it looks like it's just kind of clipped and pasted into there. But I'm guessing that the Klingon ships might be a little bit hard to adapt that for, but This looks really, really cool here. And that's all the shield arrays that I have available on the Klingon. This is something that's still a work in progress for me to get the different shields so I can showcase them all. But I hope you did enjoy this selection that I do have. It's more than I've had previously. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you're new here, subscribe. Make sure you check out my previous Doc 47 video featuring the Narendra and going through all the shield visuals there. And also check out the Fresh Out of Space Doc video that I released last week, a week prior to this one. And it's about 2 minutes. If you've never seen Fresh Out of Space Doc, it's my cinematic work. I really, really do hope you enjoy that. But that is it for now. Thank you very much again for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.